All right, this is my Darklord deck profile. This is a check-in, so we're gonna keep it short. This is something I wanted to get to for a long time, but I got a little spiritually connected, and I was thinking maybe it's not the time to make a Dark Lord deck profile. Maybe I wanna maybe make some like agents or fairies or something that's not Dark Lord. Maybe like a pure Christia deck. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, I'm going a little old school with the way I'm building it. I'm using the Raiden engine, the Charge of the Light Brigade engine. I really like it. I feel like a lot of these cards are a lot stronger when they're in the graveyard, and Charge and Raiden does that, puts it in the graveyard. What I like about Charge of the Light Brigade so much is that you're gonna get the mill 3 regardless because you send it as a cost. So you can ash that, you can do whatever negation you want to. I'm still gonna mill 3. So it's a really nice starter card. It's really nice that it's not once per turn as well. So getting a nice mill is really nice. Even as when it comes to normal summons, I think Raiden is a stronger normal summon as opposed to Pleasure. Yes, I will normal summon Pleasure. I'm running 3 of it for that reason. So maybe I should run 2 Pleasures, 2 Ukobaks, but that's another conversation. But what I mean to say is that Raiden is a really strong normal summon, because you're going to get 4 mills off of that as well. So if you charge mill 3, search your deck, so thin your deck, summon a Raiden, and essentially you're gonna get the mill 2 right then. At that point, you're gonna make all your Dark Lords more alive right then and there. You might have milled a Dark Lord that you're able to summon, maybe milled a Superbia. Raiden and Charge of Light Brigade, it does have to work for you. And what I like about Raiden is a recursive effect. Every single turn, you're gonna be able to get that effect back. So as long as you maintain it on the field, you're gonna constantly be able to get those mills, and it's gonna make your deck a lot stronger, especially when you're throwing cards back in your deck and thinning out your deck, and then you're only going to get you're only going to mill the Dark Lord cards eventually, which is super strong. It's super strong. So we're using the Raiden engine. Yeah, we're going super trap heavy with it. It's because all these cards are a lot stronger when you have more traps, spells and traps at your disposal, more Dark Lord spells and traps at your disposal. So we're maxing out on them. I could definitely run less of them, but it's actually crazy. When I run less of these things, it's almost like I never see them. Like I can run one less of, it's usually Rebellion, I think that I'm running one less of. Rebellion. I'll take a run Rebellion, dropping to 9 spells and trap. Maybe I'll throw in an upstart in there, and I tell you, I won't see them. I just won't see them. And you want to see a lot of them because at the end of the day, you can use them on the field as well. The only one with a lofty effect or a lofty cost is Rebellious Dark Lord, but that one you're sending to the graveyard regardless. That one you're always doing into that, and if you draw it, it's sad. You're hoping you mill that one early or whatnot, but they're also live on the field as well. So I'm maxing out on the traps. I want constant interruptions. I want to make it hard for my opponent to play. And once you get the first of the Dark Lords onto the field, this deck just gets so much more stronger. I'm not running Morning Star. I just don't think it's necessary. I want to run cards with more proactive effects, cards that can be set up much more easily. Yeah, so that kind of explains my ratios. The extra deck is not complete, obviously. I was running Super Poly at one point. I think it's really nice. I just don't think it's for this format, but Pleasure does a nice job of making Super Poly more live than it needs to be. But I'm just not running Super Poly now. If the format calls for it, I might just slide in 3 Super Polys and not even take a card out. Just 43 cards with Super Polys, just because how strong it is, but just also because how much I think it's necessary to run a lot of spells and traps to ensure that you're getting these effects off. My last comment, just when closing comment, is that Nastin is super strong. When Nastin, when you're running so many spells and traps, or Dark Lord spells and traps, it feels like the strongest card in your deck. It feels like, well, after charge, you activate it and you're just getting effects. Obviously, you want a variety of cards, and this deck is something that it does. You want, with all the hard ones per turns and limitations, you prefer to have hands of not duplicates sometimes, but it's actually, when you consider using the traps on the field, having duplicates doesn't sound so bad. But yeah, yeah, I think I'm gonna close it off like that. I'm gonna have more check-ins. We're just gonna keep doing check-ins as we're building and creating new decks and new ideas as well. We're always keep them short. And yeah, maybe some eventually might get a couple more replays in, but I think I'm going to stick with the check-ins. I'm really trying to get better on this sector first, and then we're going to expand from there. So yeah, I'll see you guys, man. Stay blessed.